What's up guys, Ivan Carranza here and welcome to Bass Tone Tuesday. Today we're gonna talk about how to blend better with guitars in a rock and metal context. More specifically, we're gonna talk about how to get close to the percussive chuggy sound and muted sound that guitar players get when using distortion and palm muting. For this, we're gonna be using the G&L Fullerton DLX JB bass, and I'm running an Ampeg SVT amp sim that's cranked pretty aggressively, so take a listen. Right, it's really fuzzy, really thick. I recorded a sample to demonstrate this, so let's take a listen. Now the thing about rock and metal is that guitar players are using distortion, overdrive, and they can swap between playing open strings, like getting chords, ringing out, and they get like this really roaring sound, and then also switch to palm muted and they get a more percussive sound. Kind of like that, right? And we as bass players, we can definitely do the same thing if we're using a pick, but if we're playing fingerstyle, we don't have that option unless we do this one little trick, because if I just play normally, I can accent those notes, or I can accentuate those notes that the guitar player would play open, but it's not the same thing. But here's when this little trick comes into play, and I learned this from what I watched Bryan Beller do this, and is to use kind of the same technique that Rocco Prestia does from Tower of Power. I've actually done a video on that. There's going to be a card up here and also a link in the description below. But we're muting with our left hand, and we're fretting, for example, this E, just like on the example. We're resting the other fingers on top of the strings to get that sound. And if you run even more distortion and you have fresher strings, it's a bit more aggressive, but you're getting that chuk 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 chuk. And then you can lift the other fingers to get that growly tone. So instead of being forced to play open all the time, you can go along with the guitars and do. And that way you're gonna sound more like one unit instead of, okay, guitars are here, bass is here, and the drums. You're gonna be more like one team, because you're all playing pretty much the same thing if you're not using a pick. If you're using a pick, you can of course just palm mute. Like that. But if you wanna play fingerstyle, that is a great way to sound more together, to blend in better with the guitars. I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the content that's coming to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.